Now sinking up, up, down, down, up, down. Now I'm going to start. Hello, and today we are going to learn about Form 4 Additional Mathematics, Chapter 1, which is functions. Functions may be one of the most important chapters that you use a lot later on. So today we'll go into the first part of this chapter, which is learning about how to show functions and also the types of relations that are present. So let's get into that. Now, there are three ways to show functions, as you can see over here. There's arrow diagrams, ordered pairs, and also graphs on the xy plane. So right now I'll show the first one, which is the arrow diagram. I'll be using another color for this. Probably just this. Okay, the left side of this arrow diagram would be the object. Let's just say that the object is x because it's a very usual unknown. And then through the function f, it turns into fx. Okay, now to show an arrow diagram, let's just say that an example for this would look like this. You put two dots on one on the object and one on the image, or if you want to talk about it, one on the domain and then another one on the codomain, and then connect them with a straight line and just add the arrow. Now this is how you make an arrow diagram. So it can be in any form. You can connect 2 to 1, 1 to 2, and any sort of combination and all. And that's how you draw an arrow diagram. Now for ordered pairs, I didn't make a diagram for this because it's not necessary. And ordered pairs would look like, okay, let's say for example, I'll be using this example to show all three ways to show functions. So let's just say that this one x is 1, right, and then 2, and then this one will be a, and this one will be b. So in the ordered pairs, you're supposed to write it with a big bracket, like outside here, like a curly bracket, and inside here you need to draw another bracket and a comma in the middle. The front part of this would be the object, and while the back here would be the image. So let's just say that the first one would be 1, the object is 1, and then the right side, the image, 1 is connected to A, and 1 is connected to B as well. So I'll write A first, I'll make another one, with 1 being the object again, and then B being the image. And then the third and final one from this is 2 connected to A. So the object is 2, and the image is A. And that's how you draw, like, at least that's how you write the way to show functions in ordered pairs. Now for the third and final way, graphing it on an xy plane. So let's just say from down here, actually, wait, hold on. Okay, let's just say for example, this one would be 1, and this one would be 2. I'll mark this one as the object, which is x, and the y-axis as fx, which is the image. So let's say that this one is A, and this one is B. According to the top here, 1 is connected to A and B. So 1 to A, I'll make a dot here, and 1 and B over here as well. And 2 is connected to A, so over here as well. So this is just a very easy way to do it. So it's just graphing it on the basic xy plane, but with dots, and there are no lines in this. So the next thing that we need to learn is the 4 types of relations. This one is actually very easy to learn. It takes a little bit explaining first. So the first one, the easiest one I'll be talking right now is 1 to 1. So I'll be using this first diagram here, or there might actually duplicates. So let's just say a 1 to 1. Okay, let's see over here. I'll be drawing dots on all both sides. I'll connect one line from between these two, and just another one between these two. A one-to-one relation means that every single object has only one image, not more, nothing. So let's say, so this object only connects to this image and doesn't connect to any other. The same and vice versa. This image only has one object and nothing more. If an object and image don't connect, it doesn't really matter that much actually. So that's a one-to-one relation. Next is the one-to-many relation. The one-to-many relation would look like this. I'll be drawing the dots again. Probably should have drawn the dots beforehand. Okay, it's one-to-many. So a one-to-many relation would have an object which connects to more than one image. So basically, I can draw one over here, which will make a one-to-one relation. And I can also add another arrow to make the same object connect to two different images, which makes it one to many, which in some way makes sense. Okay, a thing to take note for the rest of this tree is that if this tree, like if any of their criteria are fulfilled, the one-to-one relation is immediately thrown out of the window. The priority is set to this tree first, and then the top one is actually set for number 4, but I'll be talking about that later. So the third one that we're going to learn is many to one. Many to one, like for this one, it should be rather obvious if you fully understand what I said just now about the second one, which is one to many. A many to one would mean that an image has more than one object. So same goes for this one. And then it will be two objects that are connecting to the same image. So it's many to one, which also makes sense. And then just even if there's like this one-to-one relation over here, the priority is set up to this many-to-one relation. So this arrow diagram is still considered a many-to-one relation. Now the final part is, the final one that we're going to learn is many-to-many. Many-to-many is basically just one-to-many and also many-to-one relations combined, which means that in this arrow diagram, an object can have an object must have more, like one of the objects must have more than one image. So let's just say this one, I'll be doing a one-to-many relation over here. And I can also make a many-to-one relation over here. So in some way, in this diagram, you can already see that this object has two images, while this image has two objects. So with both the one-to-many relation present and also the many-to-one relation present, this arrow diagram will be considered a many-to-many relation. And that's all we have for now. In this video, you get to learn the 3 ways to show functions and also the four types of relations. In the next part, we'll be learning about the terminology that you'll be learning in this chapter.